Hello everyone and welcome back to another One Piece Cruise video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the new Pirate King Adventures versus Koby with two teams that are very accessible because they are entirely free to play, and we use friend captain of the same character as our captain for one of them, which is we're using a free to play strike team, so that one is super accessible. Even new players can use that kind of a team. And then the second free to play team will be a bit less accessible, using some more recent characters like Jumbe, Alba, and Whitebeard from recent Pirate King Adventures. So if you are wanting to farm at this lower level, then I do recommend using the latter team because it does allow you to get much more drops and yeah, just a lot more efficient overall to get it done as soon as possible. The side free to play strikes team is still very efficient because it is speed, because we do use wave clear on stages 1 and 2. It is obviously a bit less drops, but it's still very nice, and it doesn't use any funny friend captains. So if you are someone who doesn't have a lot of good friend captains, then that will be the team for you. So since we are using mainly strength characters in this Pirate King Adventures due to the final boss being Dex, make sure you pick up the strength power-ups. Luffy will help you get your strength characters doing more damage, and right now we are on level 64, so let's see how it goes. And yeah, I'm very happy with this team because only two supports is Ace and Hiyori. Both of them are technically free to play. Hiyori is 100% free to play. Ace was available in a Rumble one time, so he's technically a free to play character. Just give me a second here. But this is actually not a terrible Pirate King Adventures, if I'm being honest. There isn't any sort of revive, which is such a great sign, meaning that later on, if you just need to get 150 cleared one time, you can just use the Usopp power up, and then you can reduce the enemy's HP. Because before, if you used Usopp, then it did help with the initial HP, but then the revive you still have to deal with without any help. So if you do want to use Usopp this time around, he's going to be very helpful. But yeah, great to not see revives because both Whitebeard and the previous Pirate King Adventures versus Lilith, both of them have revives, and it's so damn annoying. Especially Whitebeard. I mean, he goes back to like 100%, not 100%, but he goes up to very high HP, so it's ridiculous. But I'm guessing that the boss is gonna have more HP to make up for that. So stage 1 and 2, as you saw there, I use Luffy to wave clear. Now this stage here, either the enemies gonna have damage reduction or threshold. If they have damage reduction, use Frankie. If they have threshold, use Zoro. Then use Luffy in addition to one of them, and just get rid of the block orbs. Hit your perfects to get the stronger attack boost in the following turn. You may be wondering why we're not changing the block orbs, and that's because it's really not required. The enemy is very low HP at this stage, and with Luffy's attack boost, it's good enough to kill them. So that we have Halloween Ace activating, getting rid of the bind. The captain effect of Luffy gets rid of the despair, so make sure he's at level limit break 3 or higher. We use Usopp to get around the special bind, and then from here we can kill. If honestly, you can actually maybe save one of Luffy's super types for stage 4 if you do feel it's necessary, but I don't really think it is. I really don't, and rather use it for speed on stages 1 or 2. Finally, use Luffy's special for an attack boost. Zoro or Frankie, whichever one you didn't use on stage 3. And then finally you can use Robin. You might be wondering why Hiyori is there, and that's if you do use Zoro on stage 3, you need at least one matching orb, because Zoro does give an orb boost, right? So you do need at least one good matching orb to make it worthwhile. So Hiyori is there just for that, although I don't think she is necessary. Ace definitely is, unless you can find other supports to get rid of 3 turns of bind. But besides that, very good team, and gets the job done fast, and you get a nice amount of drops. Not anything too crazy, but if you are a new player, you can straight up as a new player, if you at least have Ace, then you can actually make this team, which is very cool. Luffy is the only one I think that requires level limit break, as well as Zoro, but the rest of them, nah, I don't think so. So that's going to be it for the first team. Let's get straight into the second one, which will use Blackbeard as our friend captain with Alba as our captain. Okay, so this team once again is going to use be entirely free to play with Ace support again. So unfortunately, if you don't have Ace, this is not going to be the video for you, but you can still use alternatives to get around the bind, such as other supports, or you can change up the units a bit. But yeah, this team is going to be using Blackbeard as a friend captain. Gets the job done very efficiently. Unfortunately, is not a wave clear like the previous team I showed you, but he definitely does make up for that with much more drops, with basically every unit on the team being a rather higher point booster or extra drop giver, whatever you want to call it. And then we're also using Blackbeard as our friend captain. So hopefully there's more Blackbeards later on. I only had 3 at the start of the day. I did test out the team a bit, so I have 1 left. And Blackbeard himself is actually a pretty decent character. He's very interesting in the fact that you don't even need any unit to get around threshold or damage reduction, because Blackbeard himself allows you to bypass that. So Alba is actually not really required, because originally on this team Alba was used on stage 3 to get around the damage reduction and the threshold, because on stage 3 we get either 3 turns damage reduction or 3 turns threshold, and Alba reduces both of them. So Alba is very nice with that. He also gives 3 turns of color affinity, but you don't really need that because Blackbeard gets around it innately. But also, since it's built like that and Alba does get around those debuffs, you can actually use this team without Blackbeard. You can run double Alba. So if you are running, or if you are finding yourself very short on Blackbeard friend captains, then don't worry, you can use Alba once again and you will be fine. Blackbeard is also very nice and strong. He has some very nice abilities. Once again, a driven powerhouse character, so quite predictable in that asset. Not asset, facet, or whatever you want to say it. But yeah, we are using Sanji to give us some matching orbs to the block, as well as giving us chain coefficient, chain boundary effect. We're going to use Sanji again on the final stage for more getting around block orbs, as well as a boundary effect. Stage 4, yeah, we're going to use Luffy and Ace to get around the special bind and the bind. Luffy will also give us an orb boost and a base attack boost. Not all of our units getting that though, so it's not really that irrelevant. And then finally we can use what's his name, a Whitebeard for a boundary effect. So from there, just kill. It's pretty easy because we do have a full board of matching orbs from our Luffy there. Awesome character right there. I don't think he is necessary to be super evolved. You can still try it out. It should work as planned, because I mean you only need 3 turns of special bind reduction. Okay, final stage, use your Sanji for orbs and boundary. You can use Jumbe for getting around the utility effects. And then finally you can use Blackbeard for a orb boost. And very easy kill. So this is, I think, level 64, something like that. So I mean 74, something like that. So very close to the 80 range already, and the damage seems to be very safe. So this team should work easily. So yeah, that's basically it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is 5 turtles and it's gonna go up to 12. So it's a very good team in terms of the drops. And I make sure to keep a lookout for more teams that I make for level 80 plus, 100 plus, and 150 of course. And if you do need replacements, ask them down below as usual. But with all that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, and I'm out.